What's up, guys? This is Chris from DraftDashboard.com.
Here are my DFS picks for MLB Saturday, April 24th.
These picks apply for DraftKings and FanDuel. Before I get started, please drop a like on this video and hit that red subscribe button
And hit that bell icon.
so you don't miss our new videos.
In this video, I'm going to go over my top DFS picks for today's MLB slate. And if you stick around to the very end of this video, we'll use the Draft Dashboard tools to make a DFS lineup using the picks we just made. Okay guys, we have a 6-game slate tonight, so let's take a look at the pitcher position. I like Kevin Gausman with an 11% pitching advantage over the Miami Marlins. Kevin Gausman is throwing his best ball versus righty batters, only giving up a .502 OPS versus righties. And he's facing 6 righties here tonight. On top of that, the Marlins have only hit 11 of his last 41 pitches, batting a .268 batting average. Kevin Gausman is $9,400 FanDuel salary, and he's $1,800 less on DraftKings. He has an ERA of 2.46. Record is 1-0 on the season, pitching an average of 96 pitches per game, averaging 36 fantasy points per game on the season. He scored 43, 24, and 37 fantasy points in his last 3 games. And Vegas thinks there's only going to be 7 runs scored in this game. That's the over-under, so a low-scoring game. So I like Kevin Gausman here versus the Miami Marlins. Okay, let's take a look at the catcher position. I like Carson Kelly with a 99% batting advantage over Drew Smyly. Carson Kelly bats 43% better versus lefty pitchers, batting a 1.467 OPS versus lefties. And Drew Smyly, he throws his worst ball versus righty batters, giving up a .817 OPS versus righties. There's no at-bats versus Smyly yet, and Carson Kelly is $3,700 FanDuel salary and $900 more on DraftKings. Projected at 9.9 fantasy points here tonight. He's averaging 14 fantasy points per game on the season, and he scored 22, 25, and 16 fantasy points in his last 3 games. So he's been on fire. So I like Carson Kelly here versus Drew Smyly. Okay guys, it's time to announce the winner of our $100 weekly PayPal giveaway. And the winner is Joseph Walton. Joseph Walton, congratulations. You are the winner of this week's $100 PayPal giveaway. Please reply to our comment to collect your prize.
Before I continue with the picks, I'm excited today because we added a new contest for everyone watching.
If you want to enter the drawing for $100 PayPal,
all you need to do is like this video, hit that subscribe button, and make a quick comment below to be entered into the drawing. We'll reply to a random comment and let you know that you won.
And then we'll send you $100 PayPal.
So it's that easy,
and we pick a new winner every Saturday and announce them in our video.
So get your comment in now so I can add another entry for you.
Okay, let's take a look at the second base position. I'm going to give you a value play here. I like Nick Madrigal with an 18% batting advantage over a low salary pitcher, Kyle Gibson. Nick Madrigal, he's batting 10% better versus righty pitchers. He's batting a .749 OPS versus righties. And Kyle Gibson, he throws his worst ball versus righty batters. 8% worse than his pitch to lefties, giving up a .753 OPS versus righties. There's no at-bats versus Gibson yet, but Nick Madrigal is only $2,200 FanDuel salary, and he's $1,000 more on DraftKings. Projected at 7.6 fantasy points here tonight. He's averaging 8 fantasy points per game on the season, and he scored 13, 7, and 12 fantasy points in his last 3 games. So he's been on fire. So I like Nick Madrigal here versus Kyle Gibson. Okay, let's take a look at the third base position. Now, despite the splits here, I like Manny Machado batting against Trevor Bauer. Manny Machado, he's batting a .839 OPS versus righties. Now, Trevor Bauer does throw his best ball versus righty batters, only giving up a .425 OPS versus righties. So that's a little bit scary right there, but take a look at this. Manny Machado is 12 for 19, batting a .632 batting average and a 2.064 OPS versus Bauer. That's a pretty big sample size, and 4 out of those 12 hits are for home runs. Manny Machado is $3,500 FanDuel salary and $1,000 more on DraftKings. Projected at 11.6 fantasy points here tonight, averaging 11 fantasy points per game on the season. He scored 3, 7, and 6 fantasy points in his last 3 games. So I like Manny Machado here versus Trevor Bauer. Okay, who do we have at the shortstop position? I like Tim Anderson batting against a low salary pitcher, Kyle Gibson. Tim Anderson is batting a .846 OPS versus righties, and Kyle Gibson throws his worst ball versus righty batters, giving up a .753 OPS versus righties. And Tim Anderson is 6 for 19, batting a .316 batting average and a .842 OPS versus Gibson. He's $4,000 FanDuel salary and $1,300 more on DraftKings. Projected at 10.9 fantasy points here tonight. He's averaging 14 fantasy points per game on the season, and he scored 12, 19, and 30 fantasy points in his last 3 games. So he's on fire. So I like Tim Anderson here versus Kyle Gibson.
Real quick, guys, I got great news. For a limited time, we're offering a full 30-day trial to Draft Dashboard. You can try all of our DFS tools for all sports. You can try the Position Optimizer, where you can see the top players ranked for each position. And we added a new Player Trends tool, where you can see the top salary differences between FanDuel and DraftKings. It's a really good tool to help you pick out value for the site that you're playing on. Oh, and if you're tired of doing research every day, we just added a cheat sheet that shows hand-picked plays for the slate. No confusing stat lines, no headaches, just a simple cheat sheet that shows the absolute best players for your lineups.
Okay, moving on to the outfield position. I like Raimel Tapia with a 27% batting advantage over Aaron Nola. Raimel Tapia bats 14% better versus righty pitchers. He's batting a .809 OPS versus righties. And Aaron Nola throws his worst ball versus lefty batters, 13% worse than his other pitches, giving up a .628 OPS versus lefties. And I like this pick because Raimel Tapia is 3 for 6, batting .500 with a 1.571 OPS versus Nola. And he's only $3,100 FanDuel salary, and he's 100 less on DraftKings. Projected at 10.1 fantasy points here tonight, averaging 8 fantasy points per game on the season, and he scored 25, 13, and 12 fantasy points in the last 3 games, so he's been on fire. And Vegas thinks there's going to be a lot of runs scored in this game. 10 runs is their over-under, so I like Raimel Tapia here versus Aaron Nola.
If you want to try all these daily fantasy tools for yourself, click the link in the description below this video or just go to draftdashboard.com. You can use our DFS lineup optimizer to build quality lineups using our picks and your own custom player pool. Click the link in the description below this video and try all these daily fantasy tools right now. Thanks so much for watching. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit that bell icon so you can get instant updates whenever we post a new video. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this video, please smiggity smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Oh, and please comment below with your favorite player for this NBA slate. I love to hear what you guys have to think. Thanks again, and good luck.